whom it may concern, I sit here writing this proposal, not in hopes that you will sympathize with my situation, and the situation of many of my peers, but rather take this as a serious testimony. A testimony to change this psychotic, deranged animal we all call the college and university system. A few of us college students endure stress-free lives full of luxury and bliss. And by a few, I mean absolutely none, like at all. And yet as students, we're constantly tested mentally, and if you take Soccer 101 with Coach Wood, you're tested physically as well. But before you interject with a statement such as, "But teachers help us solve problems and dissect literature for rhetoric devices because they want to enhance our learning and problem-solving abilities," stop. I couldn't agree with you anymore. One bad bunch doesn't represent the whole. This isn't a synecdoche. Miss Wall will like that. This isn't some weird synecdoche. All I'm suggesting is just a break from the norm. Something college students would enjoy having. Ways to improve our school day. Lastly, I'd like to thank whoever benefits from reading this. Thank you.
All parties that there should be a mandatory snack period that will last for 10 minutes in at least one class per day. Each semester, when students pay their tuition, a new fee will be added to cover the cost of the snacks. This fee will be known as the nutritional fee. The university will purchase the snack foods and professors will distribute them during class. Acceptable snacks will be anything high in sugar, salt, and fat. A menu will be provided upon entering class, and students will choose from their favorite candy, chips, and soda. The sugar high will give the students energy for the lesson, and the crash will prepare them for the rest time.
Along with the other new modifications being proposed, I do therefore humbly state that rest time will be a mandatory 1-credit course per semester. Each student is required to have a minimum 4 credit hours of college classes per semester. With the rest time rule being established, in between each credit hour, students must take a break to rest. This will be a time to recharge the students' bodies and minds for maximum performance. In each university, the installment of quiet rooms will be mandatory. There will be a separate room for boys and girls that will have cots, blankets, and pillows in them. They will be required to check in twice a day and stay the appropriate amount of time. This will give the students the maximum recharging time that will help us create a more intelligent nation.
I am ensured by our Board of Psychologists that nor man or woman before the 21st year of life is instilled with the necessary foundation of responsibility. Though many seek their independence, developing prolonged habits, balancing rest with studies, and developing their mark on campus exterminates neurological and systematic progression. Accountability which lacks consequence is subpar. There is no nobility in confronting to the essence of a modest student. Therefore, I hereby state that thou shalt be sent monthly letters of evaluation sent to the homes of each enrolled student. Assuring our university's professors are seeking to gain full commitment from our students by gaining the needed allegiance from the hires of which they were developed. This, in return, will bring consequence or reward to the hires based on the effort perceived by our professors monthly. This university will mold all students into independence by enforcing to hold oneself accountable to the notions of their actions by using evaluation letters.
Supposing that thousands of people in cities around the nation would be added customers to these universities, it is fair to say that we need these things. I compute that the U.S. would gain annually about 20,000 customers, college students, per state. I can think of not one objection that will possibly be raised against this proposal, unless it should be urged that the number of intelligent people will be lessened in the country. I desire that the viewer will calculate my remedy for this one nation by no longer speaking to me of deadlines on essays, test dates approaching too soon, never getting enough sleep, and always being hungry during class. And to quote the great Jonathan Swift himself, I have not the least personal interest in endeavoring to promote this necessary work. having no other motive than the public good of my country.